Yoga helps me feel connected. It helps me keep my life toolbox together. And if I don't go to yoga, that toolbox gets empty. The whole point of this thing is that we can find stillness, and that you can sit in meditation, and that you can get into your breath. You know, the sun comes up every day, the moon comes up, the waves come in, the earth turns. There's all these rhythms everywhere, and for me, when I can go back to my breath, I feel like I'm more part of that, and I'm not so alienated. And so that tool has just been very powerful for me. You know, all the shapes and all the exercise have a purpose, and that purpose is to get you to that stillness, to that meditative state where life becomes easy. And that's what I love about this place, every one of the teachers.
I've been a creative person most of my life. So much of my weekly existence is about creating ideas, and it got to a point where I have more ideas than I really like, and they keep sort of jumping in and out of my head at times when I don't want them to. Yoga was the first thing I'd ever done where it was about not having ideas and actually just sort of clearing your head and trying to reach that sense of stillness.
I'm a new mom, and I had really bad postpartum, and so I think it's really helped me with moving out of that, and I just keep coming back here, and it's the first time I've ever returned to a yoga studio. This one in particular it's very special.
It's interesting to see how people come in kind of scared and shy, and they don't really know anything about yoga, and then they take a couple classes here and you can see the change in their energy pretty quickly.
It is a community. It's a wonderful place that holds space for who you are and how you are.
A lot of healing happens in this room.
I always gauge my experience by how I feel after, and there's always a letting go.
I love having yoga be part of my life. Everything I want to say is a cliche, so I'm trying to think of not the cliche to say, but this place has changed my life. It's the first thing that's a healthy thing to do for myself that I've done consistently. It's customary to walk into a holy place and touch the floor and touch your heart, and when I came in here, I automatically did that. We're people here trying to live our lives in the best way possible, and this is like a really good home base. Yeah, it's good here. Yeah.
The studio is really amazing because I think it's truly a community studio. It's a hub in the community. It is a place where all kinds of people can come, and lots of people coming for the first time encountering yoga, which is always fantastic. People coming who've practiced in other ways and places. I think especially Bhakti has made it a home for everyone to get to know each other and to get to know themselves better.
I teach Kundalini Yoga here. I play music for every Shavasana in my class, and this studio has just been very nice and open to any kind of variation like that, any way of being creative. And I've also enjoyed playing in the kirtans here. I really enjoy improvising music, and when I do that, it's sort of a means for me to express what I've been trying to teach throughout the whole class, which is that connection with higher self as opposed to the little self. And when I'm improvising music, I really kind of, that little self is not in the driver's seat. It just kind of sits back and watches while music just flows by.
This studio, Shanti Om, this is the one that I miss when I go somewhere else. Bhakti means devotion. She lives up to her name, and she brings yoga to everybody, and that's what this place is about. Shanti Om, as I call it.
Being in the yoga business, it's just the best job that you could ask for because people come in here for the right reasons. You know, I've just met some of the greatest people on their mat on a very heart-filled level. It's not so much about self-improvement as it is self-acceptance. People who start their day getting centered and, you know, in a bit of stillness rather than hitting the floor running are usually more productive. If you're too busy for yoga, you're too busy.